Hi everyone, I'm Blayne Tyler for Finding Sasquatch, coming to you again from northeastern Ontario. Are Sasquatch interdimensional beings? Well, let's take a look at the evidence. Let's take a look at the evidence I'm collecting. I don't know who else is doing this anymore. Let's see what we can prove as opposed to just commentary talk that either is embraced or disregarded in the community and science community as well. Okay, so the other day I investigated incidents at a dump landfill site that was being expanded in northeast Ontario. It was cleared of all boulders and rocks and trees, scrub, and all that was pushed to the mounds that surround the new landfill site. Over the course of the last couple of months, Sasquatch carried heavy granite boulders into the dump, and in an attempt, I guess, to either let the men know that work there and people that visit there that Sasquatch are in their area, we're in the area, or as I said in my other video, Sasquatch try to stop dump expansion, that they're trying to interfere with the work, kind of like what used to happen when they're putting a new road into Bluff Creek, and then all the prints were discovered, and crew cast some, and then it brought all the Bigfoot hunters of the day, Patterson, DeHenden, Green, all those guys, to Bluff Creek, and Roger finally got some footage because of their bold behavior. But anyway, back to this encounter. There's a couple rows of these rocks that kind of mystified the guys there, because it was all cleared of boulders, because there's going to be cars going in there at one point. And there have been other incidents of other type of activity from the Sasquatch, but here's the video and then I'll come back. The dump, northeastern Ontario. Gotten some pictures here before of something suspect in the tree line. Here was John beside me, and when they were doing some, ground moving for the new dump, something carried these big heavy rocks and placed them in the middle of the field without leaving prints. What do you think about that, John? When did that happen?
Since the snow left.
So within the week, right? Since the last time it was open? Heavy boulders, no prints. And that was all flat before, right?
Yeah.
Really interesting. But you got them watching you here in the back tree line. Pretty cool. Right, so pretty important clip there with the witness. Not just that the Sasquatch are trying to communicate with them, or that the Sasquatch has great strength, but also it highlights that Sasquatch have unique abilities. They can walk unseen, they can carry heavy rocks and not leave footprints, as in this case, and even in the mud or when it's not rainy or wet, that's still soft earth. You got to start looking at the bigger picture of what we're dealing with here. We're not after gorillas from like in the 60s that where pioneers were going on the myth and lore of the First Nations people, and of course they kind of explain everything away with Bigfoot being spirits, and that's okay. I mean, that's all they had to equivalent the experiences they had, was that the Bigfoot were spiritual, and maybe they are. But as you can see, Roger, DeHenden, Green, all the pioneers, they were chasing after them and with cameras and rifles, like they're after gorillas, and they're much more than that. And yes, they probably are interdimensional beings, and that's why if we're ever going to learn about them, we got to start posting the evidence that show that, and not just the prints, the hair, the wood structures, which are also important. But so with that said, let's start posting, or I'll start posting some supporting evidence that we're not just dealing with a big ape that can hide really well. We're dealing with something that has abilities that are unexplained by our science at this current date in time, where we just don't know how they can do these things, other than suggesting perhaps that they're interdimensional creatures. So anyway, pretty cool. Uh, Heavy rocks left in a field for everyone to see, and other incidents, but that's in my other video. Sasquatch try to stop dump expansion. But here's a little clip from that, and hope you enjoyed the video. Thanks for watching. Okay, so, wow, I just heard a wood knock. I'm gonna get this clip in first before more traffic shows up at the dump. It's Saturday morning, April 1st, I guess. Not a joke though. Something carried those small boulders, or picked them up, and placed them there. And I was speaking with John, he said they weren't there. That was about 2 weeks ago. And I'll swing the camera. I'll do a little pan while I'm swinging it. Oh. And there's another set of rocks. I may not be able to see it from this angle. It might be down in there, but I got a picture. There's another row of rocks. Yeah, just on the other side of that hill, where there are a little older row of rocks, where again they were put in a row to try and stop the expansion of this dump. And I'll get a clip of that when I get a better angle. So it's really super muddy in there. I'd get stuck if I went in there. So I asked the guy who works here to keep an eye out for prints, or hopefully a trackway. But that's the thing about Sasquatch, which most people have come to realize, is that I guess they're interdimensional beings, and or something strange about them. They don't need to leave prints. They can sneak right up on you and not leave a print. And there's the rocks, one row again. Okay, so I'm gonna go look for prints around the perimeter.